What's up, guys? Jordan here from Show Me Vegas with another episode of This Week in Vegas, the mostly weekly news vlog where I catch you up on what's happened this past week in Las Vegas. I say mostly weekly because there are some gaps. As a matter of fact, this is the first episode in about 3 weeks. We were in Las Vegas recently. We always need some time to decompress after that, and there just wasn't that much news to talk about, but a lot has happened in the news this past week in Las Vegas. So let's get you caught up on what happened this week in Las Vegas. Alright, the biggest news to come out of Las Vegas in this past week is easily the fact that Formula One racing is coming to Las Vegas in 2023. There was a press conference and announcement held at the Cosmopolitan this past week announcing that race, a yet-to-be-named Saturday in November of 2023. Now, this is going to be a huge event for the city of Las Vegas. Formula One is one of the most popular sports in the world. In fact, there are some Formula One races that draw as many television viewers as the Super Bowl. So it's a huge deal. Las Vegas is expected to draw up to 170,000 visitors for this event each year. It's a 3-year commitment, starts in 2023. It'll be in November each year, but Formula One officials do want to extend it beyond that. The original contract, though, is just for 3 years. Now, one of the coolest things about this event is definitely going to be the circuit. Here's a look at the track right here. And it's going to go right down Las Vegas Boulevard, past the Bellagio fountains, past Caesar's Palace. The visuals, if you're watching this event, either on TV or in person, are going to be just absolutely amazing. Watching these cars go 200 plus miles an hour down Las Vegas Boulevard is going to be something that you wouldn't soon forget, if you were fortunate enough to see this thing in person. Now, Governor Steve Sisolak expects this to draw upwards of 170,000 visitors each time it's held and have an economic impact to the Las Vegas area of about $1 billion. Essentially, this is as big as hosting the Super Bowl, and it's going to happen 3 years in a row, and who knows how many years past that. Now, the fee to host a Formula One race can run as high as $40 million. There's one in Austin, Texas. The fee they pay is $25 million a year, but that's not going to all fall on the city of Las Vegas. The Convention and Visitors Authority is going to be paying for some of it, but they do have a lot of high-profile sponsors lined up to help make this thing happen, including Caesars Entertainment, Wynn Resorts, MGM Resorts. So it's going to be a collective effort. The burden to set up this type of event is going to be huge. The cost is going to be high, but the economic impact definitely will make this worthwhile. So if you're a racing fan, make sure and make plans now to visit in November 2023 when Formula One racing returns to the Las Vegas Strip. Also in the news this past week in Las Vegas and also in the world of sports, a new development may be coming to Las Vegas that's going to house about a 20,000 seat arena, a hotel, and a casino. It's slated to happen on the south end of the Strip, actually far south of the Strip, about 4 miles south of Mandalay Bay Resort and Casino. Now, this project is projected to cost about $3 billion, and it's centered around a $1 billion 20,000-seat arena and entertainment district located just south of the Strip, as I mentioned. Oakview Group is a sports entertainment venue development advisory and investment firm. They're the ones that want to develop this. They plan to break ground next year in 2023 on a privately financed project, and it's going to take about 25 acres of land near the corner of Las Vegas Boulevard and Blue Diamond Road. Tentatively, they want to open this thing in 2026. Now, if you're wondering about Oakview Group, they are a prominent development group. They actually oversaw the development of the arena where the Seattle Kraken play, so they definitely have some credibility in this business. Here's a picture of the development group. A little bit creepy, wouldn't you say? Not the best photo op. Now, the site of this planned arena project is directly adjacent to a planned train station for Brightline's high-speed rail that is supposed to link Las Vegas to Los Angeles. The group that's supposedly developing that rail line is also interested in building an MLS stadium on vacant land right next to this proposed development, so a lot could happen down there. It certainly is a good spot logistically for this type of thing. It's not terribly close to the Strip, but it is very close to major highways and, like I said, this rail line. So who knows if it's actually going to take place, but it does seem like there is some credibility to this. Now, they don't have a firm commitment from any tenant yet. However, a lot of people believe that the Las Vegas area is the next home for an NBA franchise if and when the NBA adds an expansion team. So I do think that the NBA is a good fit for Las Vegas. Now, Oakview Group has stated that this arena will be state-of-the-art and easily capable of hosting an NBA franchise from a revenue standpoint, from the suites to the amenities. Everything is going to be top-notch, supposedly, and it will be easily able to accommodate the NBA. I, for one, certainly hope it happens. Now, that may not be the only new arena coming to Las Vegas in the future, because I didn't report on it in this vlog, but it was recently announced a few weeks ago that construction on a project known as the All Net is slated to begin soon on the North Strip. Now, this one has been in the works for several years, but everybody thought that this project had essentially died. Well, maybe not so. Now, this one is on the North Strip at the former site of the Wet n Wild Water Park. It's the brainchild of Jackie Robinson. No, not that Jackie Robinson, but actually a cousin of his who played basketball for UNLV back in the day. He also played in the NBA. Now, this has supposedly been in the works since 2014. They even held a ceremonial groundbreaking back in 2014. But the funding dried up, and it's just sat vacant ever since. The recent development is that supposedly they have received funding for this project, $4.7 billion. It's going to include a huge luxury hotel, a retractable roof arena that seats about 23,000 people. Again, supposedly going to be built to NBA standards. 23,000 seats would be large for an NBA arena. And a retractable roof on an NBA arena would be a crazy design, which would be super cool for parts of the year in Las Vegas. The development will not have a casino, although it will have a 2,500 room hotel, a 3,000 seat theater, 400,000 square feet of retail space, movie theaters, even a grocery store, just no casino. Now, if this one's actually going to happen, we will know sooner rather than later on this, because Jackie Robinson says that construction should start between June and July of this year. If they actually start vertical on this project this summer, there's a good chance it might actually happen. What this means for the previous project I mentioned, south of the Strip, who knows? But it does mean that there's at least a decent chance one of these two projects actually happens and an NBA team comes to Las Vegas. Now, we were in Las Vegas last week, and while we lost, as usual, some people actually are winning in Las Vegas. 3 notable jackpots hit in Las Vegas in this past week. Michael Takes from Cascade, Iowa was playing Let It Ride for about an hour at the Link when he hit a mega progressive jackpot for $1,042,000. Edward Marks, a Caesars Reward member who hit a jackpot of $473,000 playing 3 hours worth of Pai Gow poker at Caesars Palace. He's from Spring, Texas. He won his hand with a 7-card straight flush. And down at the California, a woman from Hawaii won more than $1.3 million playing Wheel of Fortune. It's the 3rd time in recent months that a Hawaiian visitor has won on Wheel of Fortune downtown. If you didn't know, Las Vegas is called the 9th island because of its popularity with Hawaiian visitors, and they tend to gravitate toward the California and downtown in general. So it's not that surprising. It's not just a coincidence. The 9th island is proving very lucky for Hawaiians in 2022. Also happening this past week in Las Vegas, the Grammy Awards were hosted at the MGM Grand Garden Arena on Sunday evening. Now, this was originally supposed to be held on January 31st in Los Angeles, but it had to be postponed and moved to Las Vegas due to the pandemic. They not only had to move the award ceremony, they had to move it physically to Las Vegas as well, and apparently some of the performers and those in the industry were not too happy about it being hosted in Las Vegas instead of their beloved home of Los Angeles. Now, speaking of the Grammys, one of the performers set to perform at the Grammys was BTS. BTS Army, if you will, is invading Las Vegas. If you don't know who BTS is, you're not alone. I asked Ashton if she knew who they were, and she did not. I had to Google it. BTS, if you're not familiar with them, is essentially a Korean boy band. They have scheduled some shows at Allegiant Stadium in April, and they sold all 4 shows out in almost no time flat, which is rather impressive considering the capacity of that stadium. A little bit of turmoil though. One of the members did test positive for COVID upon arriving in Las Vegas, and their performance at the Grammys was a little bit in doubt due to that. We don't know yet whether that'll affect any of their concert performances at Allegiant Stadium. Hey, that's it for this episode of This Week in Vegas. Guys, thank you for watching. As always, 20 episodes I'm pretty happy about. I did say in the first episode back in October I would continue to make this vlog as long as you watched it. It has received tens of thousands of views. It's brought on quite a few of you as subscribers, so I thank you for watching and subscribing, and I'll continue to make this vlog as long as there's interesting news happening in Las Vegas, and like I said, as long as you guys continue to watch it. Once again, thanks for watching, guys, and we'll see you next time.